Hello, you lovely people. How you all doing this cold morning, actually, here in the north of England? It's been snowing again. It's the third day in a trot. So we've had a bit of a dusting, to say the least. Just wanted to make a quick video, which obviously will get uploaded to YouTube. As I want to say, quick thank you for starters. I mean, it's obviously building a channel isn't easy, is it? So, and I've got 83 subscribers now, which is brilliant. I'd love to get to 100. Touch wood, there's a table in front of me. And hopefully from then it'll be onwards and upwards, won't it? So there is no limit, shall we say. They say the sky's the limit. It really ain't, because if you look up, what you're looking at is an infinite void, but that's another story. Few things that have been going around the old noggin, the hamster wheel on the inside. I see, just going through like past videos that I've put up and just trying to get a feedback roughly of what you guys, obviously, as people that may want to check out my channel, like the type of slot content you want to see. So whether it be a single bonus like that I've uploaded, or I show the highs and the lows. So more the lows, but I think that's just how reality is at the moment. Slots don't always pay out. Like you can watch some of the bigger slot players who do £2 or £4, even like £10 a spin, and yeah, they'll have big wins. They'll win a couple of thousand here and now. But I find doing it on lower stake, like I do, which is like between 10 and 20p. Occasionally I'll do 80 pence on Raging Rhino, because that's only 40p, 80p, or 120, isn't it, as it goes up like that in 40p's, which has always been ridiculous. But to me, I think Raging Rhino was one of the first online slots that I played, and when I first played it, I couldn't believe it. All the reels, like 6 reels, and I was like, what? Trying to, as it probably is for everyone who does online slotting for the first time, because me growing up, I grew up with the old-fashioned fruit machines where it was just 3 reels, and the only time you'd see 4 reels was on what they called the club machines, which had a much higher payout than anywhere else. Club machines had like 100 to £150 jackpots, whereas a normal one you'd see down at any arcade at the coast was like a £5, wasn't it? Maybe a £10. So yeah, to see 6 and knowing at the time it's like there's no jackpot. What the hell? But obviously they maximise the win. So I suppose in a roundabout way there is. I mean, majority of slots have they say the max payout is £250,000, so 250,000 with a lot of slots. But I've never seen it pay out maximum. I've seen huge wins, don't get me wrong, but never that. I mean, for that, you'd have to be playing at, to get the maximum win, I think, from Raging Rhino, back in the day, you'd have had to have been playing at £60 a spin for starters, and then get the bonus, and then for 3 rhinos to come in on reel 1, and then get the wilds, the orange wilds, to come in at ×3s on reels 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then have 3 more rhinos on reel 6, and I think that'd give you the maximum payout at £60 a spin. But I don't know, I've never seen it. I've been playing Raging Rhino now since 2017. I think I started, so 6 years, and now to be honest with you, even just getting the bonus, the maximum scatters I've had, like diamonds, is 4. I've not seen anybody get more than 4. Is it even possible? You know, they say it is 6 the maximum, but obviously with that slot, because it's very old school, perhaps they programmed it so that it doesn't do 5 or 6. I don't know. But then obviously since then they've brought out different variations of it, haven't they? Like the first one was, what was it, the Megaways. Ugh. They really messed up. With Raging Rhino Megaways. Ugh, what was SG thinking? You know? I mean, I came up with a brilliant solution, or an idea for one, and it's based off of the FOB-T one, if anyone's played the FOB-T, which, if anyone doesn't know what FOB-T is fixed odds betting terminal. So it's basically what you see in any betting shop, or even some of the land-based casinos that you'll see in the cabinets. And with that one, you put your money, and you've got 2 options. You can play normal, or you can play at £2 a go. But with it, if you get the wild, it actually counts as a diamond. You know, so why not do that? Have it so that you can choose 2 options, like they did with, like NetEnt did with Secret of the Stones and Secret of the Stones Max. You get the option which one you want to play when you start. So maybe SG, you never know. Anyway, getting off the subject of Raging Rhino, I was looking at some of my videos, and one in particular that I put up, which wasn't long ago, it was only a month ago, and it was basically a way to play online slots for free. And I would have thought, to be honest, I would have got more people looking at that one, because I understand people play slots like to win money, but it's also, for me myself, I enjoy it, and I think there's a difference between somebody that enjoys playing online slots, which doesn't count them as addicted, because I will happily play on this site that I've found where I can play any one of the games that's on any casino. Yeah, any of the slots near enough, with exception of obviously a couple of the new ones, I can play, but it's not costing me any money. So therefore, I'm not gambling. I'm just playing a game like you would on a PlayStation. You know? So, and the way, I'm not even going with PlayStation, with all the loot boxes and that, how that can be construed as gambling, but it is. But yeah, so I was hoping to get more people interested in that, but clearly I was mistaken. You know, like people who maybe are on Gamban or GameStop. I mean, I put myself on it for 6 months when I moved into this place. I put myself on it purely just so I had a little bit of extra money for furniture and things. But as soon as I got near enough everything I needed for the place, it was fine. You know, so it helped me out in that way. And as they say, always gamble responsibly. But, I mean, that even in itself, gamble responsibly, what does that actually mean? You know, anytime you want to gamble responsibly, the UKGC, UK Gambling Commission, come up with a new and ingenious way for you not to have fun gambling or playing slots. You know, they've taken a lot of the fun out of it by getting rid of autoplays, for starters. To me, I couldn't believe it when they did that. Oh, that upset so many people, because I don't get how. I mean, I talk to people who don't play slot machines. I don't hardly gamble at all. And even they say, well, surely it makes more sense to have the auto spins because that way you know how much you're spending. And I'm like, exactly. So it just shows what idiots we have at the UKGC. But I seriously don't think they're going to change their mind. Then they got rid of bonus buy. Well, actually, bonus buys was the first to go, wasn't it? I was mistaken there. Yeah, bonus buys were the first to go. I can kind of see that because, I mean, they were going up to like, what, 1,000? Like for the maximum, 2,000 actually for White Rabbit. On 20, was that? Yeah, that was a £20, wasn't it? I think, and on £2,000. I can understand that people doing their nutting on slots like that, but when you're playing a slot, for instance, everyone that watches my channel knows I have Horus and Fishing Frenzy. Yeah, and all the different variations, I enjoy them both. But the amount of spins I go through to get a bonus when it probably cost me less to bonus buy. You know, it's silly. So, just me ranting, I suppose. Anyway, on another note, what I would like is, if possible, anyone obviously that decides to give me a follow, you know, if you want to hit that sub button, I'm greatly appreciated. Don't be scared to let me know what slots you want me to play. Yeah, if you're not happy, like if people ain't happy with the Horus or Fisherman Frankie, tell me. I'll happily play something else. You know, I mean, like I said, I enjoy Raging Rhino. I did used to enjoy Montezuma as well. I'd always play Rhino and Monty together. But I think, like I said on one of the videos, Monty's just changed. And not for the better, unfortunately. You know, like, it's harder now. Bonuses are less and less. They don't drop in. And, yeah, again, auto plays are gone, and the fact that even down to like the wheel and the tail that's on, because you know when it's going to hit, when you're going to get the bonuses, or if it's like when it's going to multiply and you're going to get the wins from that, or so yeah, that was just disappointing. You know, I mean, but hey, what can you say? It's an old game. Clearly, SG don't feel it's worthy of being maintained enough, because clearly they don't have people playing them to or even having a look to see how their games play as time goes on. Maybe it's a job for them. I don't know. Anyway, right, slots aside now. I'm going to open up another YouTube channel. It'll still be Big Time Nudger, because I'm going to keep using that name. But it's going to be Big Time Nudgers. I don't know if it's going to be jukebox or music, something like that. But yeah, I've got an idea for kind of like a music channel. Like something a bit different. Unlike what everyone's doing, because everyone at the moment is doing reaction videos. So, not really want to go down that route, because I think the market, so to speak, YouTube is just flooded with reactions. And whether it's movies, music, TV shows. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will do one or two. I mean, I'd love to do like some TV shows. You know, there is quite a few that I love that I'd love to watch with you. That'd be awesome. You know, so I'm not mentioning what it'd be, but I'm sure there's fans for all of it. But yeah, that'd still be under the Big Time Nudger logo, because that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use that as my brand. But obviously it'll be Big Time Nudger TV or whatever. So anyway, it's a work in progress at the moment. So as soon as it's up and running, I will let you all know. Yeah. So apart from that, again, I just want to say a quick thank you. I mean, I've been chatting for 15 minutes now, so that's okay, give or take, I suppose. Yeah, like I said, just let me know what games you'd like me to play. I mean, don't get me wrong, going back to the slots, I do play other games. It's just, I don't get any bonuses on them. So, even though I'm recording, and I use my phone, as you probably guessed, but even though I'm doing, when I'm using my phone, if there's what I call useless content, I don't want to keep putting up loss after loss after loss after loss. It's just not appealing, is it, to people? Oh, why click on him? All he does is lose. I mean, it's a reality, but it's just the way it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. You've got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? So, but any times you want me to upload something, just let me know. And I'll try my best to do it. I mean, in between, obviously, videos, I do give myself kind of like a break for a couple of weeks. So I think that's just healthy when it comes to playing slots. You need to break, and playing every day would drive somebody. That's just not. I don't think that's good mentally, because it's like everything like that. That is probably how addiction gets even worse, because it's just like smoking cigarettes, which I'm happy to say I am 3.5 months clean of. So back in Boxing Day, 26th of December, was the last time I had a cigarette, and I have not touched one since. So for anyone that wants a little bit of a tip on how to quit, I didn't use any of these. I didn't use any nicotine patches. I refused to use a vape because they're just useless. You might as well have a cigarette. That's the way I see it. Believe it or not, I'd have an apple. Probably explains why I'm so fucking big, but I would have an apple. Anytime I wanted a cigarette, I'd go out, I'd cut an apple up, munch that. Nom, 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 nom. So I'd have a nice taste of apple in my mouth rather than the taste of nicotine and smoke. So, yeah. It's a way to start, isn't it? Some people do chewing gum. I did an apple. The only problem is one turns into a lot. So you end up going through probably 4 or 5 apples in a day to start with, but then it gets lower and lower, and now I'm down to 2. So onwards and upwards. They say I'm going to be healthier for it. We'll see, eh? But yeah, anyway, let me know what you want, and I will try my best. Okay, guys, thank you for putting up with me for what we on now? 18 minutes, or 19. So, yeah, Nudger's gonna be out. Bye-bye.